be careful here. A lot of activity on this lot for such a crummy weather day. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Guess what today is? It is Tuesday. It's Tech Tuesday, and I'm in my Corvette, and no, I don't I don't have more stuff that I'm going to be doing to my car, even though as I'm getting ready to pull into the shop here, Chuck's gonna think he's gonna kill me. He's gonna think, oh no, what now? What are you doing to your car now? Actually, I'm gonna be doing something soon, probably in a couple of weeks. That's gonna be a project for our buddy Nate, who's back from vacation. Thanks everybody for the support on Sunday's video. That video basically encompasses what our intentions and what our channel is all about. And I'm yet to do a year in review of my first year having my Corvette, my SPEC, things I've done to the car, things I'm yet to, went dark. You know, things I've done to my car and things I still intend to do with the car. I can't wait to share all of that stuff with you guys, and I appreciate your engagement, your involvement, and your interest and your curiosity. You know what I'm doing, and it gives you guys some inspiration on things to do to your car, including some track events. Oh my gosh, it's so hard right now for me to get on some of these bigger tracks like Mid-Ohio, Pittsburgh International, still working on that, but I've got a couple of small autocrosses already set up. One in mid-May, we'll talk more about that as we get closer. One at the end of May, and I just set up one where I'm sponsoring lunch and everything in Toledo at the airport. This is gonna be a fun one. This is an NCCC event. That's on July 3rd. So as we get closer, I'll let you guys know. Maybe you can come and watch us or even participate. He's like, what? He knows it's Tuesday. Here it comes. Also, real quick, I'm going to be out of the office on Thursday. I'm picking up a UC8 for sale. I'll do a live Instagram video when I'm coming back from Chicago. And I got a couple other situations on the bubble that may make some cars available, like right away, instead of being on the list into the abyss. If you're interested in that, I'd love the opportunity to do business with you guys. Contact information is up on the screen if you want to text me or send me an email. I'll reach out to you guys as quickly as I can. You freaked me out. I turned my car off for a second and I get out and this car is running and I thought my car was still running. I hit it. But guess what today is, brother? It's Tech Tuesday.
So what do you want done now?
Yeah, right now. Say I told you. And he's not really mad, but no, I'm not doing anything. We got some emails to read today.
We're going to do something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got a lot to do. And Nate's back from vacation.
Yeah.
How was vacation?
It was good.
Where'd you go?
Branson, Missouri.
Oh, yeah. Cool. You and the family?
Yep.
Good.
Yep. We went on a train ride. We went on showboat, magic shows.
It's cool.
The magician made my 6-year-old levitate.
For real?
For real. I got pictures of it.
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
It was cool.
All right, he's gonna try and pull the picture up. Let's see if we actually can see it on the phone. You know how it is when you're in bright light trying to see something. It looks like he's sitting on a table.
Nope, those two are behind him.
Oh, that's behind him.
Yep. See, hold on. See that right there? He pulled the one back. The one's still on there. And then he goes around, pulls that one out, and he's just hanging there.
So what'd your kid say? What did it feel like?
He said he couldn't feel it. He said he felt the table move when he lifted it up and took it off of him, but he loves magic too. He was so excited.
That's cool, man.
He got his autograph and everything.
Oh, that's great. I just want to share something with you guys. Why does the light changes so much? I want to share something with you guys last week. I appreciate all the support for the vendors that we talk about. Paragon. Oh my gosh, what fun stuff. One thing I forgot to mention last week, two things. I'll talk about the install of the carbon fiber strip. But one of the reasons, yes, I got the extended wide angle mirrors is because they're light blue and I think they go great with the car. But I really, really like the turn signal, if you could see that, in the mirror. And I think it's a good safety feature. And here's why I think that is. Okay, we all know that we have cars that sit down low and you've got people that are just idiots and are impatient on the road today. So if you're in a lane and you're getting ready to turn right or turn left, you're waiting for your turn to turn. But what happens? You always get the guy that wants to come shooting around this way, or a guy that wants to come shooting around this way. And sometimes they ignore this. Having that extra turn signal in the mirror, I think gives you extra protection, realizing, whoa, wait a minute, that guy's turning it and he'll stop here rather than cutting you off. So I think it's a good safety feature, those mirrors with the turn signal. I really like that. I got a lot of good feedback. A lot of people said, hey, Chevy should do that. And I love the turn signal in these mirrors from our buddies at Paragon. Oh yeah! So also last week when we showed you these carbon fiber strips, I did not show you the installation. Truth be told, I actually did that after we filmed the in-shop segment. I was at home, not shaven, not showered, in my sweatpants. Just put them on. I wasn't sharing that with you guys on the channel, but they're actually relatively easy to put on. Notice I said relatively easy. So I've got an extra piece here to show you guys on the inside. It's just a double-sided tape application. What you want to do is actually put this on the dash area first to make sure where it fits and how you're going to put it on, because this is going to be a one and done. They give you an alcohol wipe to actually clean the surface first before you peel off that 3M sticky tape, and then the double-sided tape is exposed and you can put it right on there, and it does fit nicely. You'll see when you test it first before you peel this stuff off, it is a perfect fit. So I'll have some fun with it. I can't wait for them to get the ones in with the red thread. It's going to be great for so many different interiors inside these C8 Corvettes. I'm just trying to get comfy in my office. One thing real quick, I told you guys about the car I'm picking up on Thursday in Chicago. There's a number of reasons, and we've talked about it on the channel, why people are selling their C8 Corvettes. And I thought I've seen it all, heard it all, done it all. But this one, this reason, I'm hoping the guy allows us to at least, if he won't go on the vlog with us, we'll talk about it after we pick up the car. But really a real and unique reason, unfortunate reason, that he's getting rid of this car. So join me live on Instagram and then a vlog follow-up on our main channel right here if we have an opportunity to speak with him. So it's pretty crazy, but it's good to be back in the office doing a Tech Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every time I see you sitting there, man, I think if you guys haven't seen the bit Father Chuck, I got to remake my Corvette confessional. We got to bring, you're too damn serious. But we've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of emails, so thank you so much. And that was really what our Tech Tuesdays were designed for, as we have been, showing you things to do on the car, give you ideas, helping you on how to use stuff on your car. A lot right now I know is focused on C8, but we did do a couple of months ago a segment where it was just about C7 issues and things that you're starting to see in that 5-6 years. So sure. If you guys missed that, and a lot of great C7 owners out there, I love that car. A link to that video is down below in the description. So some things to look out for if you're buying a used C7. So if you're buying it from us, he's already went over all that stuff, but it will give you heads up on some things to be aware of. You got a little stack there. You want to go first, or what you got there, bud?
Sure. Okay. All right, this comes from WR Cable. Hey Rick, it's George from Maryland with another Tech Tip Tuesday question. My car has approximately 275 miles on it. I've had probably 6 driving trips with it since I got it new in January. I just parked it and noticed again that the car still has that burn-off smell, new car smell, burn-off of paint, hot metal, and whatnot. Right. How long should this normally last before I get concerned?
Okay, how many miles has he got on it again?
275.
Okay, George, you just don't have enough miles on the car, even though you've had it for...
And 6 driving trips.
Yeah, you're not driving it enough to get the car hot. Drive it on a longer trip, get it hot, drive it for an hour, 2 hours, get it nice and hot, and you'll be fine. Or just sit in the driveway and keep it at idle about 2,200 RPMs for 10 minutes, and that should burn a lot of that stuff off. But yeah, that's the only reason you haven't really broke it in enough or properly. Just not enough longer trips.
Well, in the short trip, you're cooling the car down as you're going down the road, which don't help either. Yeah, he's not driving it enough. Yeah.
This one I got for you here is from my buddy Pete in Michigan, and this will help people, I think, not just in Corvette. And he's asking if you can dispel this rumor. Is it true, if you run your car a lot with low gas, like hardly any gas in the gas tank, are you making the pump work harder, making the pump get hotter, and then eventually could hurt the life of the gas pump by doing that, running with low fuel constantly?
Absolutely. It's not a myth.
So the gas actually is cooling the pump.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
and not only that, you know, when you run it low, the pump's got to work harder to pick it up, and yeah, it's running hotter. I bought my mother a Bonneville back in the day, and I told her never let it get below a quarter tank because it's expensive and time consuming to replace a fuel pump for a couple gallon of gas.
Yeah,
You know?
ladies, if you're out there driving by yourself, I'm sure mom's always told you, don't be stuck out there, especially if you got kids. Don't be below a half a tank just for safety. Don't get stranded somewhere.
You want to keep burning that off and replenishing it, but yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, thanks for the question. That, and again, this applies to all cars. Keep that in mind. If you, especially you're seeing some cars out there that are on the roads that are, 10, 15, 20, 25 years old, this can more be a factor for you.
Oh, absolutely.
So keep that gas in there, keep that fuel pump cool, and keep it lasting just a little bit longer for you. All right, Chucky, what else you got?
All right, this one comes from Robert. He said, I just bought a 2019 Z06 with 3,700 miles. My concern is the oil pressure is higher than 40 psi hot or cold. The dealer didn't know, but said the engine would shut off if it was too low. Oh, it's never higher than 40 psi. What's the normal for the dry sump engine? I looked it up. They don't have a maximum. All they give is a minimum for this engine.
Right.
At 22 psi at 1,000 RPMs hot, 30 psi at 2,000 RPMs, and 33 psi at 3,000 RPMs. So as long as it never goes below 22 psi, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Hot.
That's a situation too, and you're getting those 19s right now. Not to sound like a salesman, but man, there's so many components, even more so on these C8 cars. When you're buying these things, make sure you get a good quality extended warranty to help you in those situations when you may have a major repair. So
he's got one more question here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
One more thing. I have a bag of brake cooling parts that says remove after racing. Why? Yeah, all the C7s came with, you had the Z51 with what they call track pack in it, and it's used to cool the braking system. So if you're not on the track, you don't want that stuff on there because then the brakes will get too cool and won't work right.
Yeah.
It's for track use only. When you're really throwing it in the corner and standing on the brakes, it helps cool them.
Yeah,
So,
it's the same concept, but yet a little different for C8. Because on C8, on Z51s, they're in the back and they hang down low and they face forward like this, so they can actually get debris stuck in there and could catch on fire. So that's why they tell you on C8, those are specifically for the track only. After track, take those plastic ducts that go up in there, take those off.
absolutely.
Okay, I've got one here from Christine and David. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for the question. I think we've talked about this before. Says we have a 19 Z06, and whenever I get gas, the pump keeps shutting off. I've never had this problem with my other vets. It happens basically at every gas station. I know it doesn't have a gas cap. Have you heard of this problem? Is there a fix? My dealership is giving me the runaround. My warranty's up next week, and I want to make sure that they're not stalling around. Thank you for any help that you and Chuck can give us, David and Christine. Well, we've talked about this before.
Sure.
And any advice you got for them on that?
Well, I mean, they had a small percentage recall on the fill necks on the C7s, but that was because the plastic thing was dropping down in the tank, not related to this particular concern.
Could this still cause that problem, though?
No.
No, okay, that wouldn't do that? Okay.
No.
All right.
I have seen where people are shoving the pump, the nozzle as far down in as they can get it. I don't know if they are or not, but I suggest pulling it back just a little bit so it's more of a direct angle, because what happens is as you put it down in there, you actually can turn it back against itself. So you pull it back a little bit so it's more of a straight shot down in. And I have seen some where like the fuel tank pressure sensor skewed a little bit, keeping pressure in the tank. Can cause that, because once you shove the nozzle in, the pressure should release out of the tank so that you can fill it.
Now, how do they determine if they've got a bad pressure sensor?
There's really no way to determine it other than taking it in the dealer and having it looked at.
All right, and they had to drop it down to take the tank out?
No, you should be able to scan it.
Oh, okay, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that might be something you guys can do.
Yeah.
See if your dealer can scan it and see if it has an issue in the pressurization there.
Yeah, and the fuel tank pressure sensor.
Okay. Fantastic. You got some more there, bud?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Thanks for the emails, guys.
Yeah. Says maybe a good question for Tech Tuesday. I have gotten a message on my information display on my 2020 Z51 Stingray Coupe of times that says rear axle system off. Can you tell me what it means? If I need to do something, it can't seem to make it happen. It just happens up to 2 or 3
they can't
times.
duplicate the problem.
Yeah, they can't make it happen. It just happens.
Right.
I had back surgery and haven't been able to drive my car for about a month until today. The message came up when I drove it. Could it be parked for a while, have something to do with it? I've actually seen this message.
Well, being parked for a while
could do it.
Yes, we've talked about that. When your battery gets low, it will throw all kinds of funky codes.
Correct.
So check your battery. If it's not plugged in, it's been sitting for 3, 4 or more weeks. Or you've seen
I've seen this rear axle system message off whenever I'm doing like radio programming and update. It could just be a software anomaly.
Okay.
So usually when I do the recalls on these, anytime I do a recall program and recall event on a 2020 or newer, you have to go in and clear the codes out of it because it sets a plethora of codes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're just
just from doing the program. Because you got modules that are talking to each other, and then it shuts off this module, talk to that module, and do this download, that download. So it could be something as simple as that.
Yeah. All right. And one more for you. This is from the Jenny channel. Thank you so much. Rick, I've been having problems with Android connecting to my C7 Corvette. See, we're actually talking more about C7 today. Yeah. Someone says, oh, you always talk about C8. Man, that's pretty much anybody cares about a C8, but the C7 is great to have a conversation. So having a problem Android connecting to my C7. It started out, it would connect sometimes, and other times it would not. Now it won't connect at all. Of course, I've done all the technical stuff. I've cleared the cache, uninstalled, reinstalled the app, making sure the app is updated. I connect fine to my husband's truck. I'm not sure what kind of truck it is, but I'm so confused. I was hoping you or Chuck might be able to tell me what to do to fix it. Thank you so much. I'm happy and I'm cruising. Thank you, Jenny Channel. Chuck and I were talking about this off air. This is a tough one, and you've done a lot of things that we already would have suggested for you.
Correct.
Any other ideas?
Not really. I mean, if the phone connects to the truck, I wouldn't imagine it's a phone issue. I know they was having some issues with the excuse me, with the Android system. I believe there was an update at one time, maybe a software update for it.
Yeah, I think it's more in the car. I would go back into your dealership, see if they can look to see if there's any updates that are missing in a software capacity for that. Maybe it's an infotainment update. It's not an actual car update. Maybe it's just specific to the infotainment because that's where that stuff is reading from. So I think you're right. I think there was an update for that with that hiccup, and it was unfortunate that it always seemed to happen to the Android folks. So hopefully we got you kind of pointed in the right direction. You've done a lot, and probably more than most people would have, but hopefully what we talked about today does help get you to the point, because there's nothing worse than having all these toys and all this technology, and if it doesn't work, then what the hell's the point? You know, It's like, I want my stuff to work. Exactly. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on the channel. I got so much fun content to share with you guys here. My second channel, which is Corvette Shorts and More. Thanks for the support there, and thanks for just being here again today. The engagement, the feedback from you guys really, truly means a lot.
Got one more C7 question.
Oh, okay. I was wrapping it up, man. All right. Just smack me. Whatever.
Here.
Hey, at this point, you don't have to be bashful, all right? I think they were used to it. It's like, hey, just smack them, tell them to shut up, Chuck. Yeah, perfect. All right. Excuse me.
All right, this one comes from Doug. Okay. He says, I went in to get an oil change on my 19 C7 Grand Sport at the dealer where I purchased the car from. When I got home from the oil change, I took a closer look at my work order sheet and noticed that the oil was replaced with Mobil 1 5W30. The car label on the engine filter cap sticker on the wheel as well clearly says use Mobil 0 or Mobil 1040. Right. I called my dealer to see what was going on. They informed me that they were having problems getting the Mobil 1040, and that GM said it was okay to use the 530 when the other oil is not available. I was never told by the dealer that they were using substitute oil, which I think was wrong. I kind of agree. I would have let you know. I took a closer look at the car manual, and it does say you can use 5W30 in place of 040 for street use only. I plan to track my car this summer, so the solution will work fine for me. It will not work for me.
Right.
Question, is Colgan having problems getting the Mobil 1040? Yes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our parts manager stays on top of it pretty well. We've run out a couple of times because, yeah, if it says 040, that's what it gets. If it gets 530, that's what it gets. I've actually had a lot of the customers that went back 18, 17 that's bought the 040 cap because they want the 040 oil in theirs simply because they're doing a lot of tracking.
Right.
My solution, I was able to get Mobil 1 040 from Amazon and plan on having the dealer replace the 530 that they put in. I need to do this because I plan to track my car this summer. I thought other Corvette owners would find this an interesting issue. Yeah, I mean, it's in the supply chain. All the dealers, everybody's having trouble getting everything, including us. Right. But fortunately, like I said, our parts manager stays on top of it, and we haven't ran out to the point to where we've had to put different oil in. What it calls for is what it gets.
Yeah, I forget what year it was. If you remember at the bash, they made that one of the announcements going forward. It had to have been 18 or 19, but regardless, when they went from 5 to 040, and it was backward compatible. So if you had a car that was always 5W30, you could put the 040 in, and the advantage of the 040 is it would handle more stress and higher temperatures, and it would be good for track, and then you can go home, you don't have to change the oil out. So you're okay with the 530, but yes, if you're going to do some intense tracking units, then you do want to change the oil out. And it's unfortunate about the supply chain. We can talk about it till the cows come home. It is what it is. Everything and anything is affected by supply chain. We're paying more for everything.
Everything.
Get over it. It is what it is. It sucks. I hate it just like you guys do.
Yep.
You do the best you can with what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All
Absolutely.
Right. It was nice to go through some emails today.
Yeah.
This is good, kind of going back to our Tech Tuesday roots, and we're sitting in here, and I'm not listening to impact wrenches in my head, and neither are the viewers, so it works out good. And this is a car channel. This is a Corvette channel, and you know when we wrap up any Tuesday upload, we'd like to share some great-looking cars. I got some hot ones for you this week. These are your beautiful rides. Check them out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you soon.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you